Afghanistan. It's a name you've heard in news headlines, war reports, and political debates. But beyond the conflict lies a nation with thousands of years of rich history, culture, and resilience. Often called the heart of Asia, Afghanistan has seen the rise and fall of empires, hosted great scholars, and preserved traditions older than most modern nations. So today we go beyond the headlines to explore the history, culture, and fun facts about this ancient land. Part 1. Geography and why it mattered so much. Afghanistan sits at a strategic crossroads between Central Asia, South Asia, and the Middle East. This position made it a critical link along the Silk Road, the ancient trade route connecting China to Europe. Mountains dominate the landscape. In fact, over 75% of the country is mountainous, with the Hindu Kush range slicing through the nation. This terrain has made the region both hard to conquer and hard to unite. Fun fact, the capital, Kabul, is one of the highest capital cities in the world, sitting over 5,800 feet above sea level. Part 2. An ancient and powerful past. Afghanistan's recorded history stretches back over 3,000 years. It was once part of the Achaemenid Persian Empire and later conquered by Alexander the Great in the 4th century BCE. Over centuries, it became part of the Maurya Empire of India, the Kushan Empire, which spread Buddhism, the Ghaznavid Empire, which spread Islam across the Indian subcontinent, and the Mughal Empire, which ruled much of India. A fun fact, the famous ruler Babur, founder of the Mughal Empire, is buried in Kabul. Part 3. The Islamic Era and Cultural Golden Ages. Islam reached Afghanistan in the 7th century, and by the 9th and 10th centuries, cities like Balkh and Herat became major centers of Islamic learning and art. Scholars, poets, mathematicians, and philosophers thrived. Rumi, the famous Sufi poet beloved worldwide, was born in what is now Afghanistan. Afghan architecture during this period combined Persian, Indian, and Central Asian styles. Fun fact, the two massive Buddhas of Bamiyan, carved in the 6th century and later destroyed in 2001, were the world's tallest standing Buddhas for over 1,000 years. Part 4. The modern struggle for independence. In the 19th and 20th centuries, Afghanistan was caught in a struggle between powerful empires, most notably Britain and Russia. This was known as the Great Game, a geopolitical chess match in Central Asia. Afghanistan remained independent, but fought 3 wars with Britain, finally winning full independence in 1919. By the mid-20th century, Afghanistan was a monarchy modernizing rapidly, with a growing middle class and global diplomatic relations. Fun fact, in the 1960s and 70s, Kabul was a stop on the hippie trail, where Western backpackers visited on overland routes to India. Part 5. The Cold War, Civil War, and Taliban era. In 1979, the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, sparking a brutal 10-year war. The U.S. supported Afghan resistance fighters known as the Mujahideen. After the Soviets withdrew in 1989, Afghanistan descended into civil war, eventually leading to the rise of the Taliban in the mid-1990s. The Taliban regime, known for its strict interpretation of Islamic law, ruled most of the country from 1996 to 2001. After the 9/11 attacks, the U.S. invaded Afghanistan, toppling the Taliban, but beginning a 20-year conflict, the longest war in American history. Part 6. Afghanistan today. In 2021, U.S. and NATO troops withdrew from Afghanistan. The Taliban quickly regained control, leading to a new chapter in the country's long history. Today, Afghanistan faces deep challenges: economic hardship, human rights concerns, international isolation. But despite all of this, Afghan culture remains vibrant and resilient. Part 7. Culture, language, and identity. Afghanistan is a multi-ethnic and multilingual nation. The major ethnic groups include Pashtuns, Tajiks, Hazaras, Uzbeks. The 2 official languages are Dari, a form of Persian, and Pashto. Hospitality is central to Afghan culture. Guests are treated with utmost respect, often offered tea, sweets, or meals. Afghan food includes Kabuli pulao, spiced rice with lamb and raisins, mantu, dumplings, and naan served at nearly every meal. Fun fact, Afghanistan's national sport is buzkashi, a rugged game on horseback where riders compete for control of a goat carcass. Part 8. Contributions to the world. Afghanistan has given the world Rumi's poetry, ancient Buddhist art, trade routes that fueled global commerce, rare gemstones, like lapis lazuli, used in Renaissance paintings. Even amid conflict, Afghan artists, filmmakers, and musicians continue to inspire from within and beyond their homeland. Afghanistan is often defined by war in the media, but that's just one chapter in a long, rich story. It's a nation of mountains and poetry, of empires and resilience, of tradition and survival. Understanding Afghanistan means seeing beyond the headlines, to the history, culture, and people who've shaped one of the world's most fascinating countries. If you enjoyed learning about Afghanistan, subscribe for more deep dives into world history, culture, and hidden facts from every corner of the globe.